Welcome to Viking Views. I'm DelMeko Jordan. March is Women's History Month, and Missouri Valley College held on March 8th to promote an equal society for both men and women. Aki Nagasaka has more.
During the week after the spring break, some faculty members and staffs made a 15-minute speeches about feminism at lunchtime every day. Students were gathering at the Coffee by the Book room in the Mueller Library to listen to individual speeches. President Bonnie Humphrey made her speech on Tuesday. She conveyed lessons about working as a woman through her experience.
You need to know your business. You need to be honest in your dealings. You need to give credit where credit is due, and you need to admit your mistakes. And if you do, they don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you do your job.
The whole audience listened to each speaker attentively. There was also a t-shirt printing party on March 18th at Beatty Hall. People are bringing their own t-shirt to print the message. This is what a feminist looks like. Women's History Month is a tradition strongly felt and heard at Missouri Valley College. Aki Nagasaka has reported for the Viking Views.
Missouri Valley College is changing its textbook system for next semester. MVC Bookstore will be renovating with this plan. Missouri Valley announced the details in a faculty meeting and to the students through email. Missouri Valley is going into a partnership with Book Exchange, and it will start operating the MVC Bookstore May 1st. Aki Nagasaka has more.
Book Exchange is offering the tuition-based textbook rental model. All books that the students need in the whole semester will be prepackaged based on each student's schedule. Students can rent those books during the semester for a flat fee. This fee will be charged as one of the students' tuition cost.
We can start teaching and learning right at the beginning of the semester. The students will be prepared. They'll have the books. So I think that side of it is going to be a huge benefit for everybody.
The whole model is geared toward students saving money.
The whole bottom line for us was, is it better for the students? And that's what we believe this is going to do. And we could be wrong, but we don't believe so. We believe it's going to be better for the student both financially and, again, academically. And that's the bottom line of why we run the bookstore.
This big sudden change made some students and faculty members anxious about this new textbook system. There are so many questions, and in addition to excitement besieging the whole situation.
A faculty member raised the question, as students, given some other options. In other words, are there alternatives to that?
I like that I can get some of the books, rent, and then I can buy back. With the new bookstore, we won't be able to buy back. We can't use the internet. We actually have to get our books from here.
I don't personally like the way that they've taken some of the choice out of the students' hands, but looked at overall, I think that the benefit the students will receive will outweigh that. So
overall, this new system is a next step in the student textbook acquisition process.
We're going to try to be open a little earlier, stay open a little later, so students have a little bit more opportunity to get in there, and try to just make it a very place that students want to come and hang out, or come in and just visit.
Run by the students for the students. That is the goal of this new company. They are going to have some sort of contest where the students can name the bookstore. Also, students will be given the opportunity to design the clothing as well. Aki Nagasaka for the Viking Views.
Now we turn to Tyrone Ritter with the Viking View Sports. Tyrone has the story.
The Missouri Valley men's basketball season ended with a loss. The overall record was 9-21 and 14-4 in conference play. Despite their record, freshman Jordan Epps was named All-American Honorable Mention. He was the leading scorer in the Heart of America Athletic Conference at 18.8 points per game. Epps was also named first-team All-Conference and Freshman of the Year. The Vikings will lose 3 seniors, James Pope, David Smith, and Michael Connor. The Lady Vikings had a similar season to the men. Their overall record was 8-23 and 5-13 in conference play. Junior Gabby Morales was named third-team All-Conference. She led the conference in block shots with over 2 per game. She averaged 8 points and 7 rebounds to lead the Vikings in both categories. The team will say goodbye to 4 seniors, Sammy Jackson, Lindsey Jackson, Kara Clark, and Olivia Edmond. The men's wrestling team had another good year. They ended the season ranked number 8 in the last coaches poll. The Vikings had 11 wrestlers qualify for the national tournament. 4 wrestlers earned All-American honors. Senior James Alter, juniors Josh Manu and Carl Lawrence, plus freshman Jake Easter. And that's what I have for sports. DelMeko, back to you in the studio.
The R. Wilson Brown Room has been used for many things. This may be the first time it was used to identify bones. Tyrone Ritter has the story.
To solve a crime, police must first identify what the person looks like who committed the crime or what the victim looks like. In many cases, the only place to start is with the bones. Retired police detective Jeff Nichols explained what the process was like to assistant professor Dr. Peter Warnick's class on anthropology.
Traditional reconstruction involves the application of clay onto the skull.
Detective Nichols showed the students a video detailing the steps he took when drawing a sketch of someone's face. Dr. Warnick understands the relationship between what Detective Nichols has done and what he is doing.
Forensic investigations may have a degree or a background in physical anthropology.
Whether it's a criminal investigation or teaching human development, anthropology is a lot more than just the study of bones. This has been Tyrone Ritter reporting for Viking Views.
Spring has come. This is the season to move forward. The members of the MVC Division of Fine and Art Repertory Dance Ensemble held the Spring Dance Concert. Moving forward, students choreographed the varieties of dances. The people gathered in the Elkinson Maybe Theater from both on and off campus. A very emotional piece centered around the tornado disaster in Joplin from 2 years ago. It was exhibit not only the tragedy, but also the positive strength of spirit of the human. The audience enjoyed this herald of spring. Black History Month is a time where Americans take the time out to celebrate our African Americans. But here at Missouri Valley College, the Memorial Library took time out to recognize our African Americans in a special way. Black History Month is a time for celebration, to celebrate our African Americans that made a change in American society. From slavery to becoming the first black woman millionaire to the first black president. During Black History Month at Memorial Library, there were many movies and books chosen for Black history that were chosen by students and librarians at Missouri Valley, like Lincoln Border States, Behind the Dream, and Nobody Turned Me Around by Clarence B. Jones. There were a lot of Black history shown around the library, but the top books were placed on the library's board.
I decided to go with this board because I figured it's important to know how African Americans have evolved from where they were in literature, from back to the slave times into now, and their positions and their roles and how they were in literature. It's supposed to like Black Boy here to books to like push on how fiction can actually be a part of what history is and what literature is as far as the roles that African Americans play in literature.
Other than the books for Black History Month at the library, there are many top movies to watch from the library that were also chosen by the librarian.
I decided to take different movies that we have here in our collection and compare them to books. A lot of good history is made off of, like we've got Roots here, we've got Pursuit of Happiness, where it shows African Americans on things that they're doing, and then Hollywood went ahead and just made movies out of them, which I thought was interesting. We got Waiting Exhale, The Native Son, and then The Secret Life of Bees, which shows the struggle and the triumph of African Americans that they have in literature as well as on the movie screen.
Black History Month shows many people that African Americans were chained up in slavery, but was broken, and now African Americans changed America. That's the Viking Views. I'm DelMeko Jordan. Thanks for watching.